Good day mga ka-CRT. Welcome again to our electronics lecture series. This is season 1, episode 9. And our topic is about voltage multiplier. So voltage multiplier circuits are employed to maintain a relatively low transformer peak voltage while stepping up the peak output voltage to 2, 3, 4, or more times than the peak rectified voltage. The important components here to implement this voltage multiplier are the following. First is the diode, rectifier, and capacitor. There are three types of voltage multiplier that we are going to tackle here. These are voltage doubler, voltage tripler, and voltage quadrupler. So let us consider first the circuit. This is the voltage doubler. So this side is the peak of the primary. So this is the peak voltage of the primary side. And this side is the peak voltage of the secondary side of the transformer. But in this figure, this is equivalent or represented by this parameter, Vm. Okay? So just take note for that. Vm is simply the peak voltage at the secondary side. So let us now analyze the operation of the circuit as we apply this voltage at the secondary side. So this voltage is represented by this signal or this AC waveform. It has positive Vm and negative Vm. So consider first positive half cycle. Okay? So during positive half cycle, what will happen here is D1 will be forward bias while D2, this is in reverse bias condition. Diba? So you can observe that. You can analyze that if you consider positive half cycle flowing in this circuit. Okay, if this is the case, we have a closed path here. Ayan. And then D2 is open. So therefore, C1 is charging and we can represent that as BC1. Okay? BC1 is charging in this loop. So BC1 is simply equivalent to Vm. Okay? So let us just disregard the voltage across D1 for the meantime. So next, during negative half cycle, okay? So consider the negative half cycle now. D1 is reverse bias. Therefore, D1 now is the open connection. Okay? While D2, this is in forward bias condition. So during negative half cycle, okay, the closed path here now is in this loop. And take note for that. Okay? So in this condition, take note that VC1 retained. Okay? The capacitor 1 retained its charge. So therefore, capacitor 2 is now charging with Vm and VC1 present. So therefore, VC2 is now equivalent to Vm. Diba? VC1 is also Vm. So VC2 is now charging equivalent up to 2 Vm. Alright? So that's why with this circuit, we can produce 2 times of the Vm. So this is the output, okay, terminal of the voltage doubler. So this is 2 equivalent to 2 Vm. Okay, so I hope naintindihan yung analysis with this circuit. So let's proceed to the next circuit. This is the voltage tripler and quadrupler. So again, this side is the peak primary. And this side is the peak secondary, which is equivalent, okay, to Vm. So just analyze during the first positive half cycle, D1 and D3 is forward bias, di ba? So D1 and D3 forward bias. While, okay, D2 and D4, so this is D4. D2, D4 are reverse bias. So therefore, what will happen here, we have a closed circuit here, okay? And we have closed circuit here. Ayan. That is during the positive half cycle. But as we analyze here, only capacitor 1 will charge up to Vm. Diba? So yan lang naman. Therefore, BC1 here is equivalent to Vm. Ayan. Next, using the first negative half cycle, so we have D1 and D3 reverse bias. So naka-open ang D1, D3. While D2 and D4 forward bias. So if that is the case, yung closed circuit natin, ito yung involved. Yan. Okay? Tsaka dito. But as you can see here, only capacitor 2 will charge with respect doon sa available voltages, doon sa path na yon. Because in this path involving C3 and C4, wala naman silang charging voltage. So during this negative half cycle, VC1 retain the value, while VC2 will charge up to Vm plus VC1. Diba? So kung ititrace nyo ang input or itong loop, ito yung loop involving capacitor 2, yan, dadaan siya sa Vm, dadaan din yan sa VC1. So therefore, VC2 will charge up to 2 Vm. Ayan. So mag-recap nga tayo. Capacitor C1 in this case will charge up to Vm. While capacitor 2 at this point will charge up to 2 Vm. Ayan. So therefore, mag-i-involve tayo ng another positive half cycle. So dito na lang. Sige, dito na lang para kasya. So another positive half cycle. Okay? Saan naman yung magiging loop niyan? Magbura muna tayo. So just take note na nandito tayo sa second positive half cycle. So again, D1 and D3 reverse bias. Hindi, forward na. So forward bias na yan. Okay? D1 and D3 are forward bias, while D2 and D4 balik sa reverse bias condition. So therefore, nasa ng loop natin? So nandito and nandito. Ayan. Okay. So, sobra. Sobra yata. Okay, nandito lang. Ayan. Okay. So, nandyan yung loop. So, ngayon, ang main concern na natin, yung loop dito, yung mas malaking loop. Yan, anong mangyari dyan? Since BC2, meron na yung charge, di ba? So, BC2 retain its charge, which is, ano ang BC2? 2 PM. Kung i-observe nyo yung loop na to, BC3 will charge, di ba? BC3 is charging up to kung ano yung voltage dun sa loop niya. And in this case, equivalent sa BC2. Di ba ang BC2 ay 2 BM? So, ayun class. Etong C3 will charge up to 2 BM also. Then, kung itatry natin ulit ang next negative half cycle, so dito na lang, another negative half cycle. So, balik tayo sa D1, D3, reverse bias. D2, D4, forward bias. So, nasa ng loop natin ngayon yan? So, meron tayong loop dito, okay, with this analysis, and nandito. So, ang main concern natin, yung loop na to. And in this loop, C4 is charging. Up to what amount? Kung makikita nyo yung loop na to, ang involved yung C3. Okay? So, mag-charge siya up to BC3. So, therefore, it simply means that BC4 is equivalent to BC3, which is 2 BM also. So, halos lahat pala nag-charge up to 2 BCM. So, just take note for that. Ang BC4, 2 BCM din. Okay? So, take note nyo yung mga values na yan. Then, buburahin ko muna yan para i-finalize natin kung paano siya naging tripler and quadrupler. Okay? So, pwede nyo siyang screenshot para ma-save nyo yung details na to. So, ayan. Pwede na nating erase muna. Okay. So, to recap, ang nangyari, BC1, VM yung charge niya. Okay? BC2, 2 BM. BC3, 2 BM also. BC4, 2 BM. Now, kung gusto nating magkaroon ng output na tripler, dito tayo kukuha ng terminal. So sa terminal na yan, 3 BM yung makukuha natin. Okay? Then, kung gusto natin ng quadrupler, dito naman sa side na to. So, ito yung principle ng voltage, tripler, and quadrupler. Okay, so I hope naintindihan kung paano nagwo-work ang voltage, tripler, and quadrupler. So, ito yung end ng episode 9 natin, which is the voltage multiplier. So, pwede nyo ring itry yung aming LX Green Book. mabibili nyo siya sa shopee.ph/CRT covalent. And meron din kaming ECT Blue Book para sa preparation nyo sa Electronics Technician Board Exam. So i-visit nyo lang ang shopee.ph/CRT-covalent. So ayan ang end ng discussion natin. Maraming salamat sa pagpanood ng aming video lecture. Kung nagustuhan nyo at nakatulong sa inyo yung tutorial na to, so please subscribe, like, share, and comment to this discussion. So maraming salamat. God bless to all.